Hello everybody and welcome to day 4 of the Requip Withdrawal Log. I'm Joshua Bishop with Jobish Productions, and today I wanted to discuss a little bit further about this process of augmentation. Now, these videos in particular deal with Kay's struggle through the withdrawal symptoms of the drug Requip. Requip is a dopamine agonist, and I cannot stress enough how augmentation is a process that occurs with all dopamine agonists, and all dopamine agonists should be strayed away from, or else the symptoms will become worse over time without increased use of the drug. Today was an interesting experience, especially after the state that I left Kay in 24 hours ago. I half expected today to walk in and see the same type of zombie-like behavior that she was exhibiting yesterday. Luckily, it seems as if yesterday was all but a nightmare. She seemed back to her normal self, and she could process thought more clearly, and she wasn't losing focus as easily as she was yesterday.
It seems like eternity. I can't believe it's only been 3 nights. It really does seem like at least a week. But, yeah, 3 nights. But at least I'm much better today. It was much better last night than the night before. But, because yesterday it really felt like it was going to be a really long week. But last night was a little bit better, got a little bit more sleep, and it was interesting because between like 6 and 10 o'clock last night, I started to wake up a little bit finally. You know, it finally started to feel a little bit more normal. It took all day, but I still felt like my body had been ran a marathon and just exhausted. You know, the whole body just felt exhausted. But I watched some TV, and then about 11 o'clock, my legs started twitching just a little bit. And then, and I started thinking, oh no, I'm not gonna sleep, you know, and so I waited till about midnight, and then I thought, well, I'll try to go to bed. And the next thing I knew, it was close to 4 o'clock. So I think I slept pretty good for 4 hours. I know I kept waking up thinking that, I'd feel like my legs just having to move a little bit here and there. So I don't know how long that went on. But it probably was for quite a while before I actually got up. But then all of a sudden, when the legs started jerking hard, I got up, and that was about 4. And then I probably just did some stuff around the house, and then at 5, I thought, well, let me try to go back to bed. And the next thing I knew, it was 9 o'clock. So I slept really good from 5 till 9. So I'm feeling a lot better today. Oh gosh, no. I mean, and my main reason for actually going to John Hopkins was I wanted to get off that drug. Because I was so tired of being sick, and in the mornings, I mean, sometimes I'd have to drive to the airport or something in the morning to either fly somewhere or pick somebody up, and it was not safe. I mean, I would not, my body would not wake up till 10 or 11 o'clock every day, and I knew it was ruling my life and making me feel bad all the time. And so my main goal was to try to help get the restless leg in control so I could get off the drug. And that's why I was so excited to go to John Hopkins, because I thought, oh good, I'm going to get the iron infusion. I'm going to quit taking Requip and life will be good. And then to find out that, first of all, I just can't quit Requip, that I got to go through this, it really was difficult to hear. And I was really angry at the time, thinking, well, this isn't fair. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't, why should I have to go through withdrawals when I don't do that stuff. At that time, we didn't know it was from the Requip. We just assumed it was the disease progressing into a more intense state. And I kept looking it up on the computer, trying to find anybody who had symptoms as bad as I had. Because usually when you hear restless leg, it's just like twitches, you know, it's not pain. And I was having severe pain. And it would be, if it could be noon, I could sit down and watch TV or try to knit, and my legs just shooting pains. And then, so I'd have to get up. And then, but especially from like 6 at night till 11 o'clock would be, on a scale of 1 to 10, most nights a 9 or 10, where I just would constantly just like just making noises to try to, as the pain would be intense, just, you know, just kind of let it out or something. And you know, life was pretty rough for a long time. And so when this doctor, John Hopkins, was talking about that it's the Requip, the dopamine agents in the Requip, you know, this augmentation making the symptoms worse over time. And even when you go on the Requip website, it talks about how, you know, your symptoms may get worse over time. So if somebody gave you medicine saying, oh, this is going to work for a little while, but you're going to be in worse pain and then have to suffer for a long time to get off the drug, why would you ever take it? Why would anybody take that drug if they knew what was going on?
And so your doctors before didn't tell you anything about?
They had no idea. You know, I think it's just out of ignorance. It's not, the doctors at John Hopkins have specifically focused on this, trying to, you know, understand it. And they've been trying to educate the country for the last, you know, 5-6 years that, you know, this augmentation is occurring, and it's not a progression of the disease, but a progression of the, you know, your reaction, your body's reaction to the medicine. And that once you go off of the Requip, your symptoms will improve, you know, almost sometimes 100%.